We are happy to have you back at the Ramen Spot for today's video.
If you're anything like me and you play a lot of these online-only, massively multiplayer games, you know that these games also come with really large communities. The communities form naturally as a side effect of so many people playing the same game and usually having the same questions about it. How do I do this? Where can I find this? Can somebody help me with this? That sort of thing. I generally play these games with my same group of friends in our clan, no matter what game it is, so we usually take care of all those needs in-house. If I need help taking down a particularly difficult mission or something, my clan is always there to help. But a lot of people don't have this option available to them for a wide variety of reasons. That could and probably will be its own video from us one day, why so many people choose to play these multiplayer games completely alone. But what I want to touch on today is the Division's community. The Division has its own little area staked out in all the usual places people go to find help for a game. The game's forums at Ubisoft, the Division subreddit, and especially YouTube, where a small army of content creators provide guides on everything from weekly vendor resets to builds to how not to get your pockets ran in the dark zone, everything. But this isn't unique. Every game has these for the most part. The one big thing that sets the Division apart is the shepherding system. See, in most massive multiplayer games, the majority of activities have matchmaking. With this system, the game will attempt to match you with other players who are trying to do the same activity that you are doing at the same difficulty level. This works great most of the time, particularly when the game is new, because there are so many people trying to complete the same activities at the same time that it's very easy to find good matches. And at the beginning of a game's life, the activities are all relatively easy and the overall player base is all new and learning at the same time, so the gap between the skill levels of players is not very wide. But what about when the game is a little older in its life cycle, like the Division 2 is? What about when the player numbers dip, as all games do, and a new player comes in, tries to matchmake, and there are no players around trying to do those same activities that they are trying to do? Most of the players that have hung around for years are off doing the content that is far out of reach for a new player. So to somebody that's brand new, they see lots of high-level people in the social area, but when they venture out into the world, nobody's around. Most games' answer to this is to engage with the community. Go to those subreddits, don't go to Twitter. Avoid that shit like the plague it is. Visit those Twitch streams and YouTube video comment sections and ask for help. But that's really not realistic for a lot of people. For most people, the most common sense way to get help in a game should always be available in the game itself, not make you have to go somewhere else. You need to be able to ask for help when you need it, which is usually not when you're in a social area. It's when you're in a mission that you thought you could handle, you're pinned down and surrounded, and some backup will really come in clutch. The Division's shepherding system fixes this problem better than most. The in-universe Division network, Isaac, allows any player to ask for backup at any time. Did you start a mission that you thought you could handle but then found out that you couldn't? Or maybe you started matchmaking but no one joined and you really need to get this done, so you went in anyway? Or maybe you're like me. When I came back to the game a week or so ago, I made a quick skill build that gave me powerful seeker mines that come back nearly instantly, allowing me to do hard content pretty easily since I was never in any real danger. I made my way up 99.5 floors of the summit solo, just relaxing and getting loot until BAM! I hit a brick wall. The final boss of the summit was 2 hunters, which immediately shut down my skills completely. My build that had made the whole rest of the run easy mode was completely useless. This is where the Division shepherding system really shines. See, matchmaking wasn't working for me because either no one was trying to match into summit at the weird hours that I play, or they just didn't want to do it at the difficulty level that I had selected. But when sending out the call for backup, I don't need to wait for someone that is specifically looking to do the same activity at the same level. The call goes out to any agents at my level or higher who are willing to help. 2 showed up and the hunters went down easy. The 2 shepherds got commendations and rewards, and I got my activity completion. As you can see by the fly unicorn that I wear as my backpack trophy, I return the favor often by answering the call whenever one comes in and I'm not already in a mission of my own. The unicorn was a reward from reaching max shepherding rank. I met a lot of cool new players and got a lot of thanks for helping people with tough fights. Helping people out when I can is always worth it, and it's a system I hope a lot of other games will copy. I think it makes the community stronger, and a friendlier community that is more welcoming and helpful to new players leads to a game that the whole player base has more fun in. No matter what type of player you are, you know that's a good thing. Thanks for watching.